Welcome to LightWave 10 Practical Lighting. The purpose of this training video is to try to provide you with some tools that will get you quickly lighting your scenes in ways that look really beautiful. We're going to cover a variety of techniques and then some really specific methodologies. We'll begin with doing three-point lighting and a number of variations on three-point lighting so we can get away from that really awful kind of three-point spotlight look that looks so terrible. And we're going to actually take the techniques used in three-point lighting and expand on them to create actually some really nice lighting, understanding that the principles held within a three-point lighting setup still apply. We're going to look at using image-based lighting for your scene. We're going to talk a little bit about what high dynamic range imagery is and how it affects both our illumination and our reflections where we have reflective materials. We're going to be looking at doing a little bit of LScripting. So for those of you who are intimidated by scripting, please don't be. It's quite simple and very powerful and will really speed up your workflow. And as we know, the fastest artists are those who get the raises soonest. So LScript is very good for your career. We're going to look at specifically how to do sunny day, clear sunny day lighting, and specifically how to make it a cloudy day. We're going to look at some interior lighting, what it looks like when sunlight shines in through a window. So interior lighting with natural light, and we're also going to turn that off. We're going to do some artificial lighting indoors as well, using both incandescent light and fluorescent light and a candle light. And we're also going to finish up with a little bit of spaceship lighting. So, hope you're ready, and let's get going. Feel like it's an orange in there. And the nice thing about this is it takes the weight away from the ground and makes us look more at the subject matter. Now, one thing that's really standing out too much is these rocks. They're really drawing our attention. So I'll go into the rocks texture and bring the diffuse value down. So let's set this back to 100% and simply go back to our HDR image. Watch those reflections. Watch what happens. And you can even see the light highlights starting to happen in these hoses here. So you can achieve the illumination value without HDR, but it's very difficult to achieve really high quality reflective highlights without HDR in your backdrop image. More comments can go in between there if it's really complex. You want people to understand what's going on. However, this script, this is basic LScripting, and this script, you can read it, and it's pretty obvious what's going on through the whole script. You can follow it right through from beginning to end. I don't have to run as an LScript. I can just click the button, and it will automatically do that work for me. So that's a pretty strong indicator of how unbelievably powerful this LScripting can be, and how actually very easy it is to put together a script that will quickly do a whole bunch of work for you. So if you're doing a bunch of repetitive work, seriously, and you're not using LScript already, you really need to look into it. Before we leave this section, I want to bring your attention to one of the best hidden tools in LightWave. The keys here are simplicity. Remember that for any given lighting scenario, the most successful lighting is going to be the one that contains the fewest possible light sources. And those light sources are the only ones that are required in the scene. You could potentially light the scene by putting 100 little point lights all over the place, adding little highlights here and there, but it will take you about 50 times longer than it took me to do this, and it won't look as good. Okay, so this kind of contrast is what we're looking for to make a scene feel really night lit. So what we can see here is that we have contrast in light intensity. The lights inside the house are far brighter than the moonlight, skylight, starlight, whatever you have outside. In addition, the color temperature is really different. The exterior light is very cool, the interior light is very warm. On top of that, we have our radiosity turned on. Because of the intensity of our light sources, we have light bouncing out onto the veranda here and up underneath here, and that looks really nice. Alright, that's feeling quite a lot better. We're talking about 4 minutes for this frame, so I could even tighten it up. You can see some little splotches here. I could tighten up the quality, improve things a little bit more. I could easily take this as a full CG frame, and it's currently rendering at 4 minutes with 3 bounce radiosity. That's pretty amazing. So obviously it would be very easy for me to continue to improve the raise for evaluation, and I could reduce the maximum pixel spacing quite a lot to get better evaluations. But our purpose here is fairly well served. With basically a single light source and radiosity and a backdrop color, we provided some lighting for this interior environment that actually feels pretty good. Look at that really nice amber coming in across this material, and look at the beautiful amber that's bouncing up here and up onto the ceiling and everything, and this great green bounce is coming up here. So this is all working really very nicely, because we'd like some pools of darkness in between there. That's actually feeling quite a lot better now. Let's look at that in an F9 render. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I had definitely added too many in there, and just making it a little bit more sparse so there's a little more individual pools of light makes us feel a lot better.